Folks, welcome to the 10th ever episode of the Siege Analysis Breakdown series inside Raid Shadow Legends. Today, we are recording 10.5 hours away from the reset of the Siege, so obviously things are going to change a little bit before this is actually over. As always, I'm going to post the final results inside the community tab of YouTube, so go ahead and stay tuned there. That being said, this is how we're looking so far. We've scored 1,800 points. They've scored 3,250. Both strongholds are down. They have way more defenders. We have 27 slots defended. 27 teams in total. They have 38, so they have 11 more slots defended. It's a level 21 clan with 17 wins so far. So this is actually an OC clan. OC Damnation rank 132. We're ranked 272, so they're a solid 100 ranking points above us as well. It's an interesting matchup to be certain, right? We're very close in terms of wins and whatnot, so it kind of makes sense that they would get picked close to us, right? They would get picked within some sort of a time frame of us. So that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at the board. Let's go ahead and take a look at the defenses first, because I think this is quite interesting, and I'm quite proud of the defenses that I set. And this was basically the first time that my clan relied on me to hold a post. So when you're trying to make entry, you have a few different options. You have post 5, you have post 3, and you have post 2. It looks like they chose post 3 as the one that they would enter through. So this team here was beat within one battle. One quick tip, if Untolbro is watching this, I would recommend putting one of your High Awakens champions inside Intimidating Presence. So you see how their Uko was inside Intimidating Presence. He's only 3-star Awakened, but if you could switch your Sun Wukong over, that's probably going to be the best option, because I assume that Nishak is built inside Stoneskin. There we go. I couldn't think of it for a moment. But that would really help to just, you know, help your speed, essentially, right? And you might want to have like a basher or some sort of a speed threat in here as well, because in all honesty, this team is not particularly scary if the enemy thinks that they're going to go first, which 9 times out of 10, having a 3-star Awakened Brimstone Uko, probably not going to be the fastest team in the world, right? So I think that they knew they had the speed there. So something to consider. I held post 1. This post has not been attacked yet. I hope it does get attacked, because I'm curious to see how they deal with it. But we had a 6-star Awakened Seducer in the lead for his HP aura. Then I have my Beast Master, Beast Wrangler, whatever the hell his name is, right here. I have Tree Shield Knot, and then I have Belor. So the speed threat here is obviously Belor. Belor has the option to lock people out with his A1, decrease defense, decrease attack, decrease speed, plus he's in a stun set. Plus he has a 6-star Awakening that's going to allow him to place the bigger versions of those debuffs. And he's also got the extra speed coming through the Awakening, right? So very, very strong team, in my opinion. There's a little bit of like RNG that gets introduced with it as well, which is perfect, because obviously you have Seducer who can place, you know, support skills. So like, I think he plays block debuffs as well as increased defense. Then he has the Faultless Defense Mastery. Master Butcher, I think that's his name. He can place a block revive on a 5.5 times multiplier on his A2, plus a passive that increases damage for the first hit on each enemy. And he's built like absolutely cracked out. He's built to the moon essentially, so he is a fantastic option. And then we have Tree Shield Knot, who's just, you know, great for surviving and whatnot. So that's a very strong defense there. Post 5 also has not been attacked. They didn't try to get in here at all. This one has Marichka in the lead. Then we have an Armands, a Taurus, and a Cardio. Very, very strong team composition, in all honesty. Tellurian League is the restriction here. So essentially you think about like Banner Lords, Sacred Order, Barbarians, and High Elves are the options that you can use, I think it would be. Which means that you basically have to have Taurus and Marichka, otherwise you're just going to get clapped, right? Especially with Armands inside the team. Those were my defenses. Post 7 was held by T-Fern. They took it out in one go. We're essentially just going to go through here and kind of look at the route they took. I don't think they had to really use any rebattles anywhere, shockingly enough. They did have to use one here, actually, where he brought in one singular epic champion, presumably just to see if they were in Stoneskin or how they were built, I'm assuming is what that was for. kind of a scouting mission there, which is something that we're seeing a little bit more of here as well. Same thing here, OC Oak Gaming YT. I actually didn't realize we had a YouTuber in here, so I may have to check out his YouTube channel and see what we're dealing with. Just pulling it up on my phone right now before I forget. 690 subscribers. Last video came out 6 days ago. Interesting. Gonna have to check out his channel after this, but yeah, doing some scouting there. It looks like they took it out here, no problem. They just captured this because we didn't even have people in here defending. That's pretty crazy. Absolutely wild. Looking at the stronghold defense reports going through here, I didn't really see too much of note, so everything was pretty much beat, you know, without really much incident. I didn't have a defense set inside the siege, right? Obviously, we do have Lemon, who got a defensive victory against Knave with his Dithy, so there's one, and then we have Ope Gaming, who came in and took out Lemon's second team there. So I didn't really look into the chat or anything like that to see what was going on too much inside the clan. I mean, there's going to be a few people inside the clan make some remarks about, oh, Gearbear's not reading the chat, but you know, it is what it is at the end of the day, right? Life happens. But I'm curious if that's interesting. I'm curious if there was like a reason that we didn't have so many people defending, because I know that we were certainly not intending to throw this particular siege or to tank this particular siege. So it looks like we just had a lot of people miss their defenses. There weren't many reserve teams set either, which is a bit of a shame. Let's go ahead and take a look at the attack side of things. So we came in through post 2. This is the team here, and this is how it was taken out essentially. We then progressed to post 8, which had some rebattles used against it, but Buttons did end up getting the win there, which is perfect. Interesting team brought in here, certainly. Maybe just another scouting mission, who knows. Post 10 then fell, where we had some rebattles against that as well. Post 15, we beat it in one go, which is perfect. Defense Tower 5, we took out pretty easily. Some rebattles across the board here, but Saucy did take it out on his own. I had to use a rebattle against this particular team here, so I did get my booty cheeks clapped the first time when I tried to run Harima because they just outcycled me, but then the second battle I brought in my Fabian, who's inside Supersonic. Now, some YouTubers out there, not to mention any names, might tell you that Supersonic is a pretty poopy set, especially if you don't have a 9-piece set bonus. Ladies and gentlemen, look them in the eye and tell them to fuck off, because Supersonic literally won me this fight. The Sifi was at least 30 to 40 speed faster than my Fabian, but because of all the buffs she placed, my Fabian cut in, locked them all out, and then it was game over, which is pretty crazy. We're currently working on the defense towers here, and I do have an attack scroll left as well. I thought I attacked another another key point, but maybe I didn't. So maybe I do have one attack left that I need to get in, but I could have swore that I attacked somewhere else on the board, but apparently not. So yeah, I still have an attack left, which I'll go ahead and make sure to use. And then, so yeah, we have their stronghold down. We're now just pushing and trying to beat the rest of these towers and see if we can't get some additional points. Last time I looked at the clan chat, we are still trying to push as well, so we're not really too focused on, again, you know, tanking this or those sorts of things. And then obviously the more we get their towers down, the more points that's going to give us. So if we could take down like post 16 and open up that mana shrine, that would be perfect. We could come over here and go through post 5 and then get to the defense tower as well, but I don't really know if that's worth it to do, especially considering only support champions can be used. Something that I find ridiculous, by the way, is that you have hands down one of the best damage dealing mythical champions inside the game with a support tag on him in the way of Siegfried, and then also on that note, Embrace obviously as well. Two absolutely insane damage dealing units, both tagged as support. I don't get it, man. It's like, you know, Seer being tagged as support. It's pretty wild. We're going to go ahead and claim the 3 pieces of gear there. This is something that I really like, so at least you're getting gear out of this. At least you're getting some sort of rewards, even if you lose, right? So absolutely fantastic stuff. Even at a tier 5 clan, you're guaranteed to get a bunch of 6-star legendary pieces. Very, very nice of Plarium to actually give us a way to kind of farm some of those gear sets. And Feral is hands down one of the strongest gear sets now inside the entire game, and I'll be talking about that at some point. But that being said, this was today's Siege breakdown, so not too much to go over here, unfortunately. There wasn't really, you know, a team that held us back for a long time. There wasn't really, you know, a team that we had that held them back for a long time. We're kind of just steamrolling on both ends, right? You know, maybe if you're trying to pick up some strategies or advanced tips, use a random epic champion like you see some of them do to see how the enemy's built, right? So that way you're not just going in and wasting your fights or your champions, essentially, right? Because you have rebattles available. Oftentimes you have more rebattles than you have battles. At least that seems to be the case for me. Right now I have the same amount, so it's making me look like a liar, but so yeah, go in there, just throw in an epic champion or something like that and see how everybody else is built, if they're in stone skin or if they have, you know, immunity, or if they're just speed built, however it's done. Because then, like for example, if they don't have stone skin or feral or, you know, immunity, you can just bring in a Hegemon and potentially add some RNG into the mix. Whereas if they're all built inside stone skin, maybe you don't want to bring a Hegemon, right? So something to consider there. There's some advanced tips, tricks, and strategies. I'm going to put myself back over here for the next recording. But that being said, thank you guys all so much for watching. And as always, I'll see you next time.